How's it going, guys? Grimsie42 here, and while this may not officially be a garage sale video, I guess you can call it the sister of a garage sale video, it's from a recent visit that I took to something that we do twice a year in my area, and they call it the World's Largest Yard Sale, and it's at like a huge fairgrounds. I would actually call it more of a swap meet. Like I said, since they officially call it a yard sale, you guess you could consider it that, but technically I don't think of it that way. But anyways, I got some really cool stuff, some stuff that I've been looking for quite some time, and some things that surprised me. So definitely some stuff that's pretty interesting here, so I hope you guys are excited to check it out, and without further ado, let's go. Alright guys, so like I said, this World's Largest Yard Sale, pretty cool event. I've gone there a couple times now. I went 2 years ago with my buddy Nintendo64. This year I actually met up with a good buddy of mine, Gabe, who's local to the area, another cool collector. And after we checked this place out, he actually took us back to, my friend Brian and I took us back to his place, let us check out his collection, which was really, really nice. And I even picked up a few things from him. And then we went to a local video game store and I grabbed a few more items. So I've got all that stuff for you here, guys. The first things that I'm going to show you, this first game here, I still think I want a condition upgrade. I don't want to say I'm 100% satisfied with this. I had been on the lookout for it for quite some time. I have it in my collection now. I just cannot tell if the art is faded or not. It's just got, I don't know, kind of a dull ink look to it. So I can't necessarily say it's faded. It might just be how this one looks. So I'll keep my eyes out for a cleaner copy and we'll go from there. But anyways, it is a copy of Folklore, and I hear it's a really, really interesting PlayStation 3 RPG. It was one of the few I was missing for the collection. I think I got this one for like $7, so wasn't too upset with that. Next things I'm going to show you. Sorry guys, I'm trying to half sort these as I go. 4 games. I think I picked all these up for $12. They had a really cool bundle sale. And I was really, really looking for one of these for a while, and I wanted to check out the other ones, so definitely some cool stuff. The first one is Dragon Age Origins, and I hear good stuff about this series. I hear it's definitely quality, so really cool to pick that up. Following suit to that is Dragon Age 2. Next one's a Capcom title that I really wanted, and I'm told Evil Ryu is a secret character, a secret boss in this, so that's really cool, and it is Ashura's Wrath. And last but not least, not the easiest game to track down, it is a remake of the original Tomb Raider, if I'm not mistaken, and it is the Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary, and it's the exclusive Wii edition. There's like exclusive features that incorporate the Wiimote, stuff like that. So really, really cool. This next item I picked up for, I want to say $5. I was definitely not upset with that. Actually, I bundled it with another item that I got for $10. So yeah, so I paid $5 a piece on these. It is a copy of Punch-Out, the original, like I guess the regular non-Mike Tyson version, but this is probably like a $12 or $15 game, so for $5, definitely wasn't going to complain. The other one the seller wanted $10 for, but it's not in the best shape, and I didn't have it, so I wanted it, but I was able to, like I said, bundle them for $10. It's a box and cart for Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday, and like I said, the box is a little roughed up and everything like that, but the cartridge is inside, pretty good condition. It's one of those Mexico labels, so I honestly think this is a pretty late release in the Super Nintendo's life. Looks like, yeah, 1997. So this is a very late release, so not the rarest game in the world, but you don't see it too often, so definitely cool to pick that up for the $5. The next item I'm going to show you I actually paid $5 for also. It's nice to have the box, but I found out after purchasing it, because I was a dummy and didn't look, that it's not complete. It is the rechargeable battery pack / AC adapter for the Game Boy. And I'll probably never use this in my life because I play all my Game Boy games on my Retron. So, but yeah, it's got one half of the cord, but I guess there's another piece right here that I'm missing. So I guess the hunt will continue. Not super priority super high priority, but it did have the little book inside too, so I thought that was pretty neat. No insert or anything like that, but still, I thought for $5, just to get the box alone was pretty cool. This will definitely not be a showpiece in my collection, but still something that was interesting to pick up and something you don't see every day. The last item I'm going to show you guys that I actually got at the convention is a boxed game, no manual, and it was actually there 2 years ago when I went the first time, like I said, with my buddy Sean Tendo, who was there this year also. And I didn't pick it up then. I think my standards were a little different at the point, and games were cheaper 2 years ago, so I kind of passed on it, and I wound up getting it for $5. They had 7 or 8 on it, but I talked to the seller, the lady, and I said, you know, ma'am, you've had this for at least 2 years now. I know because I saw it 2 years ago when I went to this sale. I saw it here, and I'm interested in it, but I'm not really willing to pay more than $5. And she was alright with that. It is a box and cart for Ridge Racer 64. And I did not have this in my collection, so that was my main incentive to purchase it. It was also interesting that it had sat there those 2 years because, I mean, I didn't think $7 was a bad price for this. The cart alone I think is worth that, but you know, it's really nice to get a box, another box out of the way for my growing N64 collection, but cool to see this again after those 2 years and to pick it up, so that was definitely a nice little find. Okay, like I said, the next stop was to my buddy Gabe's house, and he's just really, really awesome and really generous. You may have seen in a past Quest for NES episode, I got a huge stack of games from him. It had like Conan with manual, Squoon with manual, stuff like that. Really, really quality stuff, and he's just a really generous, really cool guy. He's definitely the type of collector friend you want to have because he looks out for his own. We kind of live, I don't know, maybe like 30 minutes apart. He's kind of off to a suburb that I really don't frequent very much. So unfortunately we don't get a lot of opportunities to hang out, but whenever we do, it's a good time. And it was really nice to see him and spend this time at this World's Largest Yard Sale traversing it with him. I think that's something where I'm going to make that like a habit. Every time I go, I'll try to hook up with him there. Just because he's a really cool guy. He's got a good eye for games, just like me, and he knows his stuff, so it's definitely fun. This first item here, he actually gave me, which I thought was super, super generous, and just so you guys don't think I'm a greedy Grimsie, the next time I see him, I actually have a really, really nice condition spare box for the original Sega Genesis with like the Altered Beast pack in. I stumbled upon a second one somehow, and I know he's big into Genesis, so it's set aside for him. Actually, I'm looking at it right now, and hopefully I can get that to him sooner rather than later, because I definitely want to get the space in the room, and I definitely want to get it to him as a thank you for always being so kind to me. But this first game here, like I said, he gave it to me. It is a renovation title, and it is Jennifer Capriati, I think is the pronunciation, Tennis. And again, I'm not gonna, you know, be wowed to death by a tennis game, but it's in really, really good shape, and like I said, a renovation title, so really awesome to get another renovation title out of the way. Definitely trying to beef those up. The next one here, I think I just paid a couple bucks for. Either that or he gave it to me again, I don't remember. But it's a Atlas title, so definitely excited, but you're gonna see a trend here. It's Hard Hitter Tennis. And again, really cool to get a Atlas title out of the way, super clean. I was really grateful to him for that, and I really appreciated it. This next game here, I definitely got the bro price on. He sold it to me for $20, and that blew me away because I think it's like a $50 game. It's in really, really good shape. He found a second copy, and he was really nice and thought of me. It is a copy of Gradius 5, and like I said, super clean, really, really good shape. I was super grateful that I got this from him. Definitely a shooter I wanted to get in my collection for quite some time now, so super, super happy to get that one in the collection. After we went to his house, we went out and got some lunch, and we stopped at, like I said, a local game store. Picked up 4 games. This first one I picked up off recommendation from him. It was just a couple dollars. He told me it was an uncommon game, and I definitely thought I would give it a chance. It looks like I was a bit of a dummy. It's got like a tear in the cover art here, and I guess you already saw it's NBA Jam. And, you know, like I said, it was just a few bucks. I was willing to trust his judgment and take a chance on it. Still got the registration card and the manual and everything, so Really cool. I really can't replace this case, unfortunately, because it's got an NBA sticker, so I'll probably be on the lookout for a case upgrade in the near future. If I see another one for a few bucks, I'll buy one and kind of Frankenstein together the best of everything to get one complete copy, and then pass that one on to somebody else. This next one here is kind of a mashup. It looks like a fighter, and it's got a few popular characters. One I recognize from an Atlas title. I believe it's called Azuna, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Azuna. And it's called Windy Windam, I believe. It's got really weird text. Anyways, a interesting looking DS fighter. I think it was only a couple bucks, so I was not in any way upset with paying that. And cool to get another interesting looking DS title into the collection. This next one here was really cheap. It was like $4, and cool to get a Dreamcast game. I don't pick them up too often. It looks, I guess, interesting. I guess it's a racing game of sorts. It's called Pen Pen Tricelon, if that makes sense, or it's like Trilcelon, Tricelon. I don't know. I'm only good at reading words I'm familiar with, and I'm definitely not familiar with that one. Sadly, it looks like the spine here is a little bit sun-faded, but whatever. For the $5, I wasn't going to complain, so maybe it was like $4. It was really cheap. It was under $5, I think. This last one I had my eyes out for quite some time. I would prefer to get the Saturn version, but I owned this version back in the day, and I really, really liked it. And it's very hard to find. It's actually an uncommon game. I got this at a good price. I want to say it was like $25, and I think it's like a $50 game. And it is a copy of Herc's Adventures. And it's a really, really cool game. I'm trying to remember what I compared it to last time I told somebody about it. It's like a, I don't want to say Diablo style, but it's kind of like Diablo, and it's got RPG elements, and it's based in like Greek mythology. So really, really, really cool game. Definitely happy to get it. And this is actually one of the better games from LucasArts too. So a little more obscure on the Saturn than the PS1, but either way, very hard to get. So if you guys see this at a good price, I actually recommend you check it out. It's really, really fun. And it looks like that is everything. So I appreciate you guys sticking around. Do you guys have an event like the World's Largest Yard Sale in your area? Is that something that's like everywhere? Like I said, they hold it on a fairgrounds here, so it's typically where like our huge state fair is. So pretty cool thing. And you know, I'm curious if you guys have anything like that. So anyways, let me know that, guys. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, take care.